Okay, so we'll add the leader line and we'll do it here because we've cleared out all the different layers. If we work in the model space, we can do that, but there's so many clutter here, and I don't want to turn the layers off here. One thing that you can do here is to click on this maximize viewport. And if you do that, it's like working in model space, but you are actually within the layout tab. So that's quite cool. Okay, so you can turn that on and off. Okay, work in model space, and then you can minimize the viewport. Goes back to the regular layout. Okay, so let's do that. Let's click this. And from here, we want to place our text under not A01 text because that's currently viewport frozen. Okay, so uh, we can use the demolition layer or create another one, which is a demolition text. So let's do that to organize our elements or items. So Alt N is the shortcut key for creating a new layer. So we'll create a new layer, A01 text, but we want to maybe start with demo so that if we need to, we can create a filter, okay? Demo and then text. So that's for our demolition text. So all our layers that is being used for demolition belongs to the demo A01 demo text. Okay, so we'll make that current and we'll use the color, let's say green for this. Okay, click OK. And now that it's active, we can now start the ML leader. Now, remember we made our style and then we made it current. So we can now add a leader and it is going to point to the walls and the doors, okay? So the best place to put the walls and the doors will be maybe here, actually. But we do have space somewhere here. So I'll just place it somewhere here then. Okay, so we'll start with this. Now, I want it on the window. So we'll say near, N-E-A, okay, N-E-A, and N-E-A, near, enter, and then we'll place it near the, anywhere near or on the window. Okay, now, this should be by layer. So we'll change that later, but that's okay. So we'll place it somewhere here. And then we can type the notation. So caps, lock on, and we'll say all exterior walls, comma, windows, and doors to remain. Okay. So we have this. Now there's this arrow, so we can make it a multi-line and we'll just complete or copy what we have there. So if we go closer, it becomes 3 lines. So I think 2 lines will be perfect. There you go. And we'll click outside. Okay. Now, like I said, this should be actually using the continuous. Okay, so by layer. Okay. Now, notice that we have the line there. We'll keep that for now. Okay. But what we want to do is to add another leader that points to the wall. Okay. So you have the annotate, and then the option here to add a leader. So you can add leaders by clicking on the add leader, select the leader, and then point to the wall. So again, an EA near to be on the wall. Okay. And then enter. Now we can continue adding, right? So we could add more, like let's say we can point to the door. And another thing that we can do is to remove the leader. So we can remove leader. So you can select the leader and then the leader that you want removed and then enter. So that gets removed. I don't want that removed, so I'll hit the Control Z keys to undo that. Okay, so we have another one here. It says remove and salvage existing fixtures. Okay, so we want to remove and salvage the existing fixture. So we'll do that. We're going to add a leader here. So, or create one. So ML and then MLD or ML and then select leader. Okay. So here we're going to create one and then we're going to point to this one here. So maybe there. That should be fine. And then maybe place it somewhere here. Okay. And then we'll say remove and salvage. Okay. Existing fixtures. Okay. Remove and salvage existing fixtures. We'll click OK, close. And we'll add a leader. Okay. We'll add a leader pointing to this one here. Okay, so somewhere here, or again, near and EA, and somewhere here, maybe. Yeah. So try not to overlap the arrow, so to make it clear, right? So it should be readable. Okay. So you can continue adding if there are more fixtures to point to, but that should be enough. So enter and then enter. Oops. Enter. Now, not sure. Oh, I think, see, this is still set to hidden. We should set that to by layer so that the next time we add something, it is going to be continuous. So, because that's what happened, we need to change this to by layer. Okay. Okay. Now, this one, we want to, again, maybe put the words that are going over our wall to another line. So maybe that should be good. Okay, remove and salvage existing fixtures. So click outside, and that's how you add leader and the description, leader lines and the description. Now, if you're not satisfied with the size of the arrow, then you can change the style or edit the style. So ML leader style. Okay. So we can modify and we can see here, see type is straight. Okay, so it could be spline. The size looks a little bit maybe too big. Okay, maybe too big. So we'll try to change that. So maximum leader point two for a segment, automatic include leader line. So maybe we'll not do that. Okay. Or maybe we'd like to do that. So it keeps straight. It's still annotative. We do want that. Set landing distance. Landing distance looks okay, right? And then let's go to content. I think if we change this, let's say to small, then we get 116. Okay, so maybe we'll try that. And then horizontal attachment, always left justified. Okay, so it's left justified, meaning say it starts here. This one is actually right justified. Middle to top line. So you can say top of top line. So these are options for the left attachment. Okay. This one I think we don't want. Okay. Extend leader to text. So we'll uncheck that. And yeah, we're good. Left attachment, right underline top line. Okay, right. Okay. Yeah, underline all text. No, underline top line. Let's see that. Click OK. And then we'll close. Okay. There's no option here to apply, so we'll just close. And there you go. So it's a lot smaller, but we still have this underlined leader line. Okay. Or it's underlining our text. So I hit space bar and see what we can modify further. Okay, so I think here, underline all text, top of line, okay, uh, horizontal attachment, underline, top of line. So maybe there's no option to say that says don't underline. So leader connection, middle of top line. So that's the middle of top line. And right attachment, left attachment is middle. Here we'll say middle of, we'll do the same here, middle of top line. Okay, click OK and close. There you go. So it just goes to the middle of top line. So similar to what we have here. Okay. So sometimes you just have to, you don't need to memorize all of this, especially if you're not doing it all the time. So play around with it and see how it works. And then we can again go back to our layout. So remember this, minimize viewport, and then we'll see there our text. Now, if our text is too small, then we can always change that. I think it's too small based on this scale. Or let's check our scale. 1/4 is to 1. Okay, there you go. I think that's good enough at scale 1/4 is to 1. But then we need to make this into 2 lines. So we can do that from here. Double click and bring this to 2 lines. Yeah, 2 lines like so. And now we're really good. Okay. So we'll keep it at small. If you prefer the other one, the medium one, that is also fine. But I'm good with small. Let's look at it with our line weights on. So always turn line weight on. LW is the shortcut key. Make sure you display line weight. So you can see the uh, definition. So here, notice that we might need to actually connect the line. So because this is already hidden line, and it's going to be demolished, so we actually need to edit that. So I'll go here, and I'm not going to just connect this or create another line. I'm going to delete this line and use the fillet command, radius is 0, to connect, oops, again, fillet, F, select this, and then select that. Oops, doesn't want to connect. Okay, Radius is, what's our radius? I think there's a radius 3 feet. Okay, so we need to change that to 0. Okay, change that to 0. Now we should be able to connect. There you go. So we'll do that here as well. So again, I don't want to add another line. I don't want to see that. I'd rather delete this and delete that and delete this. And then you can fill it to connect the two lines, this one and that line. There you go. And I think we have one more here. Okay, so again, I'm going to delete this one, and then issue the fillet command, select this and that. Okay, one last item. So in the drawing, we don't see this. So there's no option, or there's no instruction whether it's going to be removed. It's just simply remove. So normally it's better to say remove the bar, I think. So you can add the same thing, add the uh, hidden lines, and don't just remove it. Okay, I think it's best to place it in the layer. So there's the A01. So make a copy first. So we'll do that. So copy. I'll copy this as well. Sorry, let's copy all of that. Copy. Okay. So I'm going to copy this. Oops, sorry. Again, I should have one of this. Oh, I do have this intersection, so I don't need to copy another line. So that should work. This could be my base point right here. So I'll just copy this. Okay, copy CP and make this my base point. Base point. Okay, place that there. Okay, and then this could all belong to the A01, or we're just placing them in the demolition layer, right? So demolition layer. Okay, so now this could be turned off. Okay, or did we put it in a, yeah, furniture on? So that gets removed. And then we can move this. Oh, sorry, M. So we can move this now from here to there. Okay. I think that's a lot better since we're removing those as well. And then we can copy this, right? So simply copy this notation from here to here. Now, can we make this point to the other side? So let's see. There you go. So remove and salvage existing fixtures. Yep. See, so we can do that. If you move that to the right, it moves. And maybe I like this to be somewhere here. So I'll say near. I don't want it to be really straight. So I'll just do that. That looks really better. And then, like what we did earlier, we can say annotate and then remove leader. So we can select that, enter, and remove that. Okay. Now, we can also say add leader from here pointing to that fixture. Well, I'll just place one here just to show you how to change the direction of the leader. Okay, so from here, we'll go back to our layout tab. I think we're quite good. This is at 1:40:1. Let's lock that layer viewport so we can zoom in and out without changing the magnification of 1/4:1. Okay, so That's how we'll add those leader lines.